done now. Here they come. That's the last of them.
Hello， 有声音吗？我先解一下支线任务。有敌人，好像没有办法在不被发现的情况下过去。Nario， 等我一下，哎呦，打架！好，感谢。然后。今天应该是可以把这个游戏打完了，预期只要打完。我有去那个，相较于上一次，我有去那个。提升一下我的那个等级了，应该可以。那我们如果提到打完的话，我们再看要不要玩一下其他的游戏哈。哦，好，我看一下我的库存，东西太多了。我这边都没有了，是我这一页太多东西吗？好多有的没的。我把这些没有用的放到废品去。置入废品，高级伤害加食物，收一下。饼干，紫莓绝绝了。人参跳跳糖没有。紫莓爆珠加200生命值，自然恢复，持续20秒。身体属性加1，先收起来。巧克力条，身体属性9的话，基本上都是会让你那个数值下降的。我们就先把它收掉。要怎么进去啊？我现在在解支线任务，我只想要把这个支线解完。又太重了，真的是要等一下要去那个贩卖机把身上的东西给清掉才行。查看数据，左拉，本月最佳员工。哦。然后我们看能不能直接快速传送到十字路口琥珀高地这里。对，全身都是零食， 对啊，没有游戏里面你就是可以捡一堆有的没的那种小垃圾啊，我就是里面就身上就是零食跟酒啊，听起来好像有点糟糕，但是对，就是游戏里面就是这2个为主。哎，贩卖机，来我来卖一下身上额外的东西，不然真的是太多了。档案出售，耶！像我身上应该比较轻一点点，不然我真的是一直过重会疯掉。我看能不能去找佐拉，因为我们要试着让佐拉当上他们的头才行，佐拉才是比较有脑袋的。
Hey, Captain, I need your help, and we ought to keep it hush hush. You know about what happened here, right? The history of Amber Heights?
I heard about that back in the day. Something about pirates massacring the town?
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already been abandoned, but nobody could find them. The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby rat nest. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. I bet it opens a door. Graham isn't fond of talking about the history here. He had friends who worked here. The massacre hit him pretty hard. You know him. Live and let live and all that. I don't want to burden him right now, especially if this ends up being a dead end. Just a warning. The area's infested with mantisaurs. I'd send some help, but we're, preparing for war. Appreciate it. Here's the code. If it works, bring back anything you find. Supplies are best, but information's good too. If someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, it'd give a lot of people around here some closure to find out who and string them up. Good luck. Watch out for the Taros.
OK， 所以他的话反而是另外一个。那我是不是要去跟他们现任 BOSS， 就是这个格雷厄姆，稍微聊一下说卸任这件事情
？The gunship. Have you secured its?
你准备
Mount its
怎么处
guns
理
to
它
our walls or the walls of Stellar Bay. The board is coming, Captain, and these weapons will defend us from their blasphemies.
你真的觉得董事会会来进攻你吗？我想这下你也不必再担心暴龙系的问题。
Yes. My, how we've grown. From one disgruntled employee and his like-minded compatriots to the very movement you see before you.
在此之前，我想问你一点是，
The gunship. At last. Now we must secure the Stellar Bay landing pad. We will fortify the city against the board's assault.
I'm all for fighting the board and all, but... Oh, shit. Just don't shoot too many of my drinking buddies in there, all right?
And you, Captain. Are you prepared?
No. 我认为你能放弃与他作对，选择与他共事。
No. Our hearts have long since closed to one another. He is blinded by his love for
他们两个没有办法控
bureaucracy.
制。如果可以把他换下来的话，
Time is of the
所以那我们我应该是要帮助另外这一位佐拉，才能够让他上任吧。不然，一个荒凉的十字路口这里。我们反正我先解支线，然后顺便提升左上角面看到我现在20等。然后下面有一条红色、紫色，然后一条白色线。白色线是经验值的部分，我看能不能提升到21。 如果我们可以有实力的话，我们就出发，不然就是那个10点，预计10点再去试看看。
I'll take your confession now. Covering you.
还有其他的吗？好，没了。输入密码，好哦。好多东西可以拿哦，应该会有什么重要的资讯？该不会那个屠杀其实是被安排好的？
Great work.
消息、工作报告、电缆。工程师，报告工程师，首席工程师以意外殉职。呵呵。公投。好，感觉就是利益的关系，所以才会发生那一起事件。今天先卖一下，身上的东西又太多了。27、9、26，没有30的都不要拿给我看。49哦，49那个不错，我应该等一下自己换下来。OK， 看一下哦，朵拉这边处理好了。
welcome back. You find anything out there? Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there, some... Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it, just like the one I found earlier. And here's a letter.
Wait, what?
Wait, this is from Graham.
他以前也是那个
Oh, of all the... Captain. He gave them the gate code.
出卖了他的，是他引发的那次袭击。
Yeah. He did. He really did. I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live? Look, I need to think. Plan. Figure out if I should talk to him or shoot him. Or both. Just don't give him the module yet. Give me a little time. I'll meet you at his place.
脑袋清楚的家伙。董事长办公室，我看一下啊。带着佐拉评估数据回去找商家了，对，要回去找商家了。他是本月这家员工啊，做事能力超强的一个助手，应该是要当老大的才对。
Any luck bringing the icon? I don't like... Very well. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
OK， 好，这边处理好了。你要想办法让他掌权。OK， 左拉过去了。Please， 不要出事。
Captain, Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
我同意你的观点。
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora. Time to save Monarch.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats. Stand down. I'm afraid I don't understand, Captain.
You're running the iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops. Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
你真准备接管这星球的？
I can and shall. All I've done for my people. And look at where that path has led me. I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
你要为那些逝去的生命负责，再多冥想也无法洗净你的罪孽。只是在逃跑，想让自己问心无罪，所以你逃跑了。
Guilty? I didn't mean for them to die. I'm not a monster. Of course I feel fucking guilty. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
是你自己。
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Oh, good. A fight.
Everyone all right? That's how we fucking do it. Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the Iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You've got the... Void, help me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Yes. 我一直在想你跟
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line. You've got me there. A fair few. We've lost a hell of a lot to this fight. Graham would never agree to this, but I'm starting to realize how often he led us astray. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance.
Yay.
Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
OK。有办法真的将两边撮合吗？从这个废墟这边出发，走过去。哎，这边是不是有？哎，有贩卖机，我来买一下子弹。先为等一下的那个战斗做准备。这个任务结束后，我们的经验值应该是可以到21的，差不多。自己走进去那个水里面乱叫乱叫的。嘿，快到了！惧高症，不要。
Hey, thanks for coming.
哦，
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
两边的人都来了。
Oh, let's just get started, shall we?
We're here to see that the negotiations go smoothly.
Sanja, Stellar Bay's got food and walls, and my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
要是他帮助你们维持补给线呢？哦，
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
偶尔在外面帮帮忙。
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Well, I'll be damned. If you two can work together, maybe there's some hope for this place after all.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that. Void take his agreement. He stood by and let it happen.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
事实是如此。 我们发现了他和海盗的通信。你太专注于细节，忽略了全局。
But that means I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
The innocent of heart are often blind to the guilt in others.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it. Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago when he first left. There was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
那就拥抱一个吧。
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'll need to sign a physical contact waiver first.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
We've changed the course of the future, Captain. You helped steer it toward the better.
耶、啊，差一点点，差一点点。他们两个可以这样好好走出去，真的是很不容易。我们拿到了一个成就，叫做我们时代的和平啊，算是成功了。某种程度上来说，让这个谈判成功。那我们这样子，我可以回船上，哎。我可以直接回船上，然后出发。我们这样子路上应该就可以21等，然后可以直接那个。
A reminder to all crew members: there is only one toilet.
然后我看一下哦，847、516。502、517。好，我们先去，我看一下哦。卖暂停啊，对吼，我们要先去那里处理完，我们那里的东西好像还没有学完。然后，我们先去这里买一下买子弹，然后去类地星2。
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
哦，刚刚那张图是他们两个联手之后的那个海报，哎，太酷了！这边下来，左边还有几台贩卖机，去那里把它买一买就好。我先出售垃圾的部分。好，然后这边，
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix.
然后去类地星2。
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Can we talk?
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled.
OK， 然后我要传到这边。然后传去拜占庭，我们先搭电梯上去帮忙发一下那个讯号，然后我们再离开。
Just act like we belong.
State your business. Please step.
然后这个东西应该够了 ，blah blah blah。哦，真可惜。
Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. Just know.
OK， 好，直接上去。看一下能不能走这边，对，不行。那我们能不能从这里？我们可以从照来说应该可以从这里进去，但是还是被发现。好，
you could dismantle a single.
Good afternoon.
然后这我看过了，跳过。马上传走，那应该就没事，应该。
Can we talk?
If I still believed in the grand plan, a revelation like this would have seriously shaken my faith. Knowing you, I can only assume you have already begun formulating a plan to deal with this. So tell me, what are we going to do?
我也不知道，但肯定会有人会有人死，但不是指我们。
I hate to contradict you by pointing out that everyone dies, but it is better to die last, I suppose. Anything you'd...
来，我们要去拿那个。至少这一次我知道应怎么样走，可以不用，也不用跟他们打起来。来， Oh shit!
What was that? Huh. Guess I'm getting paranoid.
应该说还是要打，只是说怎么样直接下去。哎呀！
Life was merely an illusion anyway. Down they go! Behind you! I've had quite enough of you!
Shreds, you say?
还没死。这样应该可以了吧？这个应该是最后一个小士兵了。OK， 好，有了，我们有21等了。伪装失败，我们从来没有试着伪装过啊。还有敌人呢，不知道敌人在哪里。可是应该是还有敌人，所以那个牧师起不来。哦。好，我想一下哈，地图，这时候我们是要走到这边来嘛？我绕，我说怎么绕的、啊？电梯吗？而且我可能还是要再绕一下。厕所，走错了。
No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm going to need to see some identification.
不，你不用。真是尴尬，我肯定是掉在家里了。
Sure. I've heard that one before. Oh, stop. Stop. I don't want to hear anymore. Just don't let me catch you again without your ID, okay?
诶，是这个吗？好像我们那时候走过这里，然后上楼。啊！我那时候走过在这边，然后这边的门是打不开的。
What do you think you're doing?
这就走。
Ah, sorry for the misunderstanding. Got a promotion coming. I can feel it.
来，这次我们全部都拿走好了。实验者什么的就不管了吧。能够直接传走吗？现在没有办法。好。等一下哦，然后直接走了，右边。好，我们跟他们关系这样子来说，应该还没有差到出门就会被打。哦，有出门就会被打了，直接跳到不行，因为都是敌对的。好哦。
Watch out, Captain!
直接跑。
Understood. On my way.
I'm going!
Unexpected.
Yes, I'm stuck lively.
Open fire! Will do, Captain.
Sure.
Sure!
Saw something. Take him down. I'm going. On my way. What? No.
What? I'm
Coming back. Behind you, Captain. Sure.
Heading back!
过来。
Here I go!
等一下，我看一下，这样怎么绕？哦，不是这个，这边，哇，直接跑路。神王又降低了，好了，不要再打了，反正等一下人家气死。
On my way, Cap!
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati. You have a message from Adjutant, so...
I've been... You...
要过他。真的谁呀、啊？
Frank, you... You have...
Adjutant.
咱们走吧。我没有想要跟那个 BH 继续说话。
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself?
啊，等全部的都来了。
Thank you. You've brought those poor people. They must have.
把动起来的人反复解冻什么的，全都是我听。
You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I'll tell you this much. The board's... I know! I've suspected as much. The board...
是这个，然后打算把全部工人都冷冻起来。
Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly.
哎，是的，他打算
I
就
always
是
knew Halcyon. That's not... Do you realize... Short of lining... Do you know what's waiting? The board's going to... We need to get to those colonists.
你要是在回答，好了，反正就是干同样的事情嘛。
Just... If we...
And that's going to work, without killing us in the process. I thought intrasystem microjumps were prohibited for a reason.
Yes, yes, there's always a risk
有可能发生灾难性事故。
between the Hope and, say, Terra 2, in theory. But you'll be fine, provided your calculations are
嗯哼，计算无误。
Once you... I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is caring... The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving.
哎，直接跳到22等。等一下，我们上船，我再来点那个点数，希望有帮忙，有帮助啊。等一下那个最后那一站，要20点嘛，80点的话，暴击会令射速在3秒内提升，5秒内不会出现准星偏移。我们先留着好了，这个点数最后再用。然后专场点我先点。远程攻击降低目标护甲值，降低1点哦。来，
Crew member
然后我先保存一下。
Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion. We have arrived at the... I need... You'll have to... If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you.
希望号。那等一下要打架了。他们两个没有点数吗？对，他们两个的点数我有点。攻击！
Never anger a man of the cloth.
他已经40块了。哦，我要先回血一下。应该不是回血，我要换一下我的那个子弹。记得我们那时候是不是开了之后往这里来啊？还是对面下去？对面下去。我刚醒过来，太空人之血，好，是这样子。哎，哦，是这里，这里是我醒来的地方，不是这个，是这边，然后16米这个。要先修复能源，等一下。辅助电力啊，我没有先开辅助电力。啊。我还好，这样子我们直接 reset 那个一次。好了。
Something about waking a derelict ship puts me on edge, Captain. Hope you know what you're doing.
应该吧，反正就是开船。
Here they come.
啊，战斗了吗？是，过来。
Your life was merely an illusion anyway.
这个伤害他们好慢哦。看一下哦，他们两个我记得可以换战斗中，没有办法换吗？shit！ 他们两个给我起来！
Coming, Captain. Sure thing, Captain.
还在战斗中吗？还在战斗中，连外面这一只要解决掉才行。机器恐惧症，啊！
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive hosts for now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. Have a look now. That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him. Greetings, Captain.
好了，我已经准备好了，
And also,
去吧，开始。
Well, it's been a good life.
doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA. Does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in?
哎，是的，希望号不要吵。
But that is a gross mistake.
哎，没关系，
You should not be doing this.
没有我有我有主角光环，不用怕。要。耶！然后我看能不能直接跳回到船上，不行。
I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Ugh. I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship used to be.
I don't reckon.
注意检查。
Oh, hell. No one informed me of any surprise inspection.
一言通知就不算突击。
Of course. I'll just get out of your way. I don't want any trouble out of you.
好骗。等他上船，然后就要回去拿，我就可以拿那一把比较好一点的枪，梅普号那一部。 然后保存，再保存一次。
Captain, I am received. Captain. It would. See you soon.
OK，
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Hmm.
他们两个打应该可以了吧？还不行。
Never anger a man of the cloth.
好啦好啦，结束了。那个软掉了，应该就是 OK 了吧？
Everyone all right?
输入密码继续75黑 hack 7564。OK 好。Yes， 菲尼之力拿到了，这样子我可以把，现在先把中间这一些先拆解，这一个的话，我要把它装到，我看一下，它是弹夹效果没长期。 看一下哦，801、636，所以他们吃的是不同子弹的。OK， 所以它跟喷火枪是吃同一种子弹，那有没有？哦，是不是其中一个应该要换成物理？这样子好了。看一下240、340、390、242。 262，这个牧师这个是276嘛，340好。518。
Nicely done.
OK， 好，那我们就应该可以直接回船上。对，然后我要跟我的那个船员们稍微讨论一下这件事
Did you
情。
bring me anything? New parts? Captain, I believe.
Doc Wells never.
I
I'm not one to extract.
只要我们还有一点点想要拯救这个殖民地，就必须把它救出来。
I am programmed.
Getting in is the same.
Let's just do it.
If you really mean to.
If we don't make it,
Got my trusty tossball stick. Got
outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain.
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
All right， 出发。群不错的船员。
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not.
再手动存一次。
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived. Please be advised. Oh, speak of the.
Attention. On all, you are here.
今天在这里被逮着了。
EDL does appreciate the courtesy you've done us by delivering yourself here. As a show of our deepest gratitude.
说服跟欺骗都要70就对了。
We're on lockdown. Tartarus docking authorities signed. Wait, is that from the groundbreaker?
Transmission. How can I be? I'll be.
出发。
Do return in one piece, Captain.
然后呢，我们等一下我要先帮他们换一下那个装备，让我们的牧师血好饱。43嘛，记得我有比较好的49，已经给他49了，53、35、36。你要卡的话，40。 49、32、29、29，好哦。那我自己呢？38、19、33、29跟20。先加消耗品，我看一下，我想要先加。我现在这个不就是肾上级啊？肾上腺素这个什么？近战速度20，移动速度加20啊，15。先塞这个好了。行走速度减1。 这个我先把它丢到废品里面去，不然9到时候不小心点到就好笑。同伴能力减去50，看一下哈。暴击伤害，负面状态时间。好吧，我最多的应该就是这个了，来这个好了。然后技能也到最后了，我们直接把它点上去，19、60。来，出发。
The captain did right by us once. Ward will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardad.
啊，自己人打错了。
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
哦，死掉了！哈哈，结果现在这一次在一开始就死掉，疯了。慢慢来打，动太快。啊，我刚刚忘了先存，崩掉。牧师来，牧师，我不是有一个53的吗？36，这我记得。然后呢，任何一个49给他都可以。他原本是32嘛，就这样子，好。保存。
The captain did right by everyone. The board will never own groundbreakers. Not push on, Mardad.
Stay down, Our victory is their defeat. Incoming, Captain! May you find peace in death! Covering you!
哇，还有人吗？这边应该其实靠海潜队就可以了。
I am a sword! I've had quite enough of you! Somebody toss this garbage out the airlock.
哪里还有声音呢？为什么我听到攻击声，但是没有看到你？我打完了。
Call this place the labyrinth. Perhaps we should all meditate on that as we make our descent.
I've gotta admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out. Whew. We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
们需要董事会的 ID 才行，董事会 ID 应该很难拿到吧？
Processing. Beginning system.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison. One hit count.
专场点数，这还有生命值低于25，我看一下哈、哦，谈判家、孤狼、捷豹、负重上限、冲刺速度，来。
What was that? Better take a look.
啊，又有敌人。
Your life was merely an illusion anyway.
直接把他打爆吧！又前面一批又直接打过来了。OK。 上面吗？啊，先把这个重型的给拿掉。
Never anger a man of the cloth. Doing all right?
OK， 哎，当然还有贩卖机，应该就是让你买东西做准备的。看一下，哦，63呢，63。看一下这边，26。 26、10、41、26、26，怎么这么参差不齐？42、40、42。看一下，我现在这个好像只有33的，有换这一个49。 尼奥卡它的是32而已，42，然后这个是59。我们牧师的我给他换，他已经是62了。那我们尼奥卡的也换，刚才我们买到那个63，那我可以换另外一个63的。头40嘛，29、26、33、29，然后33、10、40，牧师的43。好，先这样子好了，然后保存。应该是没有什么东西可以换了。强力弹夹50，我看一下哈，原本是腐蚀弹夹，变成是等级。强力弹夹。炸裂弹夹，换。哦，这边还有这里就没有那个，就没有装备可以买。53、33、23。53哦，好头盔。那我现在这个是40吗？你要卡的是50，牧师的是43，我们把牧师的换成53。对，我们不要死掉比较重要。等一下哦 ，Save。
Here they come!
Ah, shit.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Yes. 然后干掉一个就好。两边怎么好像人都很多
Let's go, troops. Stellar base counting on us.
朵拉，哦，有一批人来了，我们有帮忙解决完，他们有来。叛逆派的来了， 对你有帮忙，你有解支线的话，他们会来帮你耶。哟。
Never anger a man of the cloth.
What's up? Coming.
I've had quite enough of you.
Something's not right.
Here they come. Attack! Your life was merely an illusion anyway.
To shreds, you say?
OK， 要到了。
May you find peace instead. I'll take your concession now.
Covering you! To shreds, you say? Nothing like a good tussle.
完全没有让他说话的意思。OK， 子弹填满，子弹填满。 保存。
MSI. I'm not one for
Oh.
speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in.
张贾尔也来了，哦，是企业，这个企业兵是我们自己人，耶！勋王集团，交给你们喽，有做支线，有回报。
Everything in my life has been leading up to this point. I am, I believe I'm ready for this.
OK， 最后一次了。
I've had quite enough of you.
I am a soul.
I'll take your confession now.
That's it. Behind.
May you find peace in death.
帮我解决掉一些这个小怪。谢，他们都死掉了。真的是拼命哎！ 不要挡路。OK。哦，腐蚀的效果好像还不错。又来一批了，shit！他们太硬了，这一支对他们没什么用。这个也没有，这个也还好。我们换博士这一只好了。跳一下，跳一下，跳一下。弹吉他，站起来太快了吧！啊，没子弹。跳，再跳，再跳，再跳。OK。跳再跳，哦。 要冲过来了！哦，跳，跳，跳！应该要冲了，对，好。不要弹，不要弹，不要弹！快死了！哦 ，Oh my god， 过了。
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands.
3年间
Earth
没
has
说的
gone
哦，
dark. We haven't
地
received a
球
single
失联
message
了
in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing.
是我们发回去的那
2
个
years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
下一
So we
代
gotta
啊
make，do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
Earth is only an idea to us. But that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore.
we've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
只能靠自己了。我们要做的还有很多。
Yes, we do.
开始
You've
干正
done a
事吧。
marvelous thing.
还
You've
能拯救
succeeded
罪
where
下
anyone
一代
else
会不会
would
就
have
是地球
failed,
呢？
including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
还要选择，我想着待会去吃冰激凌来着。最喜欢冰淇淋。像是随心所欲。不好意思。
I see. Well, you've certainly earned a treat for yourself. I'll just get on with reviving the other colonists and saving Halcyon then. Enjoy your creamed ice, or whatever you call it.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever.
那之后会给那个所有 NPC 你遇到 NPC 的那个接下来的事情。
in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. It was said that the first corpse that fed her garden belonged to Reed Thompson. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Ellie savored her adventures on the Unreliable. Once they were done, she returned to life as usual, running missions of dubious legality,
应该把那个
respectable work.
之后我想把 NPC 的那个任务再解完，你这一段应该会看到不一样的故事。
She went to reach out to her one-time captain, but she was always bad at keeping in touch. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. Before his untimely death, Captain Alex Hawthorne had plans to restore and modify, for combat purposes, a sanitation and maintenance automechanical that he found in a state of disrepair in Emerald Vale's scrapyard. That unit remains broken down and forgotten in the Unreliable supply closet to this day. Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you? the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon. You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and left Dr. Wells to save Halcyon on his own. You had more pressing matters to attend to. As you tasted your first scoop of Rizzo's partially emulsified, semi-frozen milk-like dessert, you realized something. All your troubles, all your adventures, all your struggles and choices.
真的好，那个真的是变成我的 ending 了 ，ending 选择啊。
And it was all worth it. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
不错哎，他的这个游戏的故事说得很好，可惜他没有那个好好，就是也不是说资源上来讲不允许他们为新时代主机整个做调整哦，不然应该可以更漂亮、更流畅一点点。刚好11点破台。游戏不错，因为我也算是我玩了这样1次半吗？所以有些这些线都还蛮，甚至还蛮值得记的。那终于。我们这样子礼拜4就可以来玩新游戏了呢。礼拜4玩最新的那个 Hi-Fi Rush， 也是一个我觉得看起来还蛮有趣的游戏。我自己玩也觉得还挺酷的，对，内容你应该会喜欢。那这个原声带其实也还蛮赞的，就它主要这一首，然后刚刚 ending 那曲跟中间有一些的那个，制造气氛的那些配乐，我觉得都还蛮到位的。哦，大家要给那个许多人都有留一句话，这算是比较少见的。OK， 好了，那我们今天就先到这边咯。谢谢大家陪我把这个游戏玩完。我们推了，如果有机会在 PC 或者 Switch， 它 Switch 版也有。如果喜欢或想要自己创造自己的角色、做自己的选择的话，推荐那个入手其他版本。啊，晚安，拜拜。